everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to create this beautiful moss slash puff stitch. So it's a mixture of both stitches and you get something that works up looking like this. It's really beautifully textured, it's just a 2-row repeat and it looks pretty much the same on both sides. So you get beautifully poker straight edges on both sides, as you can see, and it's a great one for any skill level. So I think as long as you're familiar with your general stitches, you will easily be able to create this stitch pattern. So you can use absolutely any yarn that you like and just use whatever hook size your selected yarn recommends. So you'll be starting with your slip knot on your hook, and then you want to create your foundation chain in an even number. So whatever width you want your project to be, just make sure it's an even number. So yarn over, pull through, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you just complete your foundation chain. So I'm just doing a small sample piece. So we're going to work back along now, and our first row will be a row of moss stitch. So into your 4th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll insert your hook through that chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over and pull through both, and that is a UK double, or in the US these are your single crochet. So it's the same stitch, they just have different names. Chain 1, skip the next chain and then UK double into the next. So yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both. Chain 1, skip 1 and double. And you'll repeat that all the way along. So you'll be working a double into that very last chain. You then go into chain 2 and turn your work. And then straight into this first chain 1 space just here, you're going to start with your puff stitch. So you'll yarn over, insert into that very first chain 1 space, yarn over and pull up nice and tall, yarn over, back in that same chain space, yarn over and pull up again, pull up tall, one more time, yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull up, and then you'll yarn over and pull through all of those loops, chain 1 to close, and then chain 1, and then you'll skip across the top of the next stitch and you'll work a puff stitch into your next chain space. So again, yarn over, insert into that next space, yarn over and pull up tall, that's 1, and again yarn over and pull up, that's 2, and one more time, and 3. Yarn over and pull through those loops, keeping 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through those, and then chain 1. I'll show you one more time. So skip the next stitch and into the next chain 1 space, yarn over and insert, yarn over and pull up. So that's 1 time, so you're going to do it 3 times. So 2 and 3, and then yarn over and pull through all but the last one, and then you'll chain and pull through both, and then chain 1, and you'll repeat that into every chain 1 space all the way along. So once you get towards the end, you'll have one final proper stitch to skip, and then you've got those skipped chains from the beginning of that first row. And we're just going to put a treble crochet, so that's a UK treble or a US double, into that final stitch. So you can either work into the actual space created by the chains, or you can work into a chain, it's totally up to you. So you'll yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that just finishes off that row. So that technically is row 1 of your pattern repeat, because that first row of moss stitch was just for setting up, and then the puff stitch is row 1. So to move on, we're going to chain 2 and turn, and then straight into this space here next to that stitch we're going to put a UK double or US single. So straight into that space, yarn over and pull up and complete your stitch. Chain 1, skip the puff stitch, and then into the space in between your puff stitches you'll do a UK double. Chain 1, into the space after the next puff stitch. Chain 1 and UK double again, and you'll do that all the way along. And then once you get towards the end where you've chained 1 and you're skipping your last puff stitch, you're then going to work into the top of the chain 2. So you've got a chain here and then a chain here. So this is your chain 2. You're not working into the top of the puff stitch. You need to make sure you completely skip the top of that puff stitch, and you're working into the top of the chain 2. So you'll insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through both. And that is how you will look. And then again, you're ready to start row 1. So chain 2 and turn, and then straight into this chain 1 space you will start your puff stitches. So you'll complete the puff stitch in chain 1, and then into your next chain 1 space you'll work your next puff stitch, and those are your 2 rows to repeat over and over. And then again you'll have done your chain 1, you'll have this last double to skip, and then you're going to work underneath that chain 2 that you did at the beginning of the last round, and you will put a treble. So yarn over, go underneath the chain 2. You can work into the chain 2 if you prefer, but I just go into the gap, and then yarn over and pull up and complete your treble. So you'll always have the same number of stitches, puff stitches, and they will always be sat on top of each other. And then as you work up, you will end up with something that looks like this. Totally reversible and really simple and beautiful. So that is it for this tutorial. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. But I will see you for another tutorial really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.